least every 5 videos I check is either something about that Saints game or it's something about this Ghostbusters 3 that's supposed to be a direct sequel from the 1980s movie, from the 1989 movie. And the director of this Ghostbusters 3, he actually is the son of the director from the first two Ghostbusters, and he's saying that this is an actual sequel to the original Ghostbusters, but he using like a younger kids, and it's gonna be a diverse cast. This is that you know, it's in the information that I have. It's supposed to be a diverse cast, and it's gonna be a younger version of them. And the other Ghostbuster movie that came out in 2016, it don't count because it's in a separate universe. And I forgot the girl name, but she on Saturday Night Live, and she was complaining about them counting their Ghostbuster movie out, and they the ones that everybody was attacking her about their Ghostbuster movie because it was an all-female cast, and they had a lot of people were trying to say, well, it's not the fact that it was an all-female cast, because you know a lot of people is actually like Star Wars and Star Trek, they have hardcore Ghostbuster fans, and these Ghostbuster fans really their biggest thing, they wanted to see a sequel to their childhood movies growing up in the 80s. So my question is, what do y'all think about all these shenanigans about the back and forth about is the 2016 Ghostbuster movie, and the people are talking about this new Ghostbuster movie that it has nothing to do with the other Ghostbuster movie and the stuff that she was talking about?
I'll start off first because I'm not really into the Ghostbuster thing, but I have been kind of keeping up. But the thing I've really been hearing a lot is whether or not if they're going to have parts of the original cast in it or not. And from the last what I've read was of recently was that they may not be in it. So I don't know. Yeah, so it'd just be kind of interesting to see how they do things, and I guess it's kind of more of that time will tell. I guess I'm too young in order to see the first one, but the second one I didn't bother to see it because it just didn't really look interesting to me. It just seemed kind of off, but I don't know. I'll probably most likely come and see this one.
You talking about the second one or the third one?
Oh no, I didn't see the one with the all female cast.
Okay.
I ain't seen none of them, but
that would be like the third one in another universe. I mean,
yeah, they're completely.
I heard there was a TV show too, a Ghostbusters TV show, like Once Upon a Time.
Yeah, they had it was a cartoon animation. Yeah,
it was a cartoon.
Yeah,
a cartoon that was called. One was called The Real Ghostbusters. The other one was just called Ghostbusters. One had a monkey in there. The other one actually had the character that resembled the actors and stuff that played in the movies or whatever when it came out in 1984.
That was the real Ghostbusters.
See, the thing is, what people fail to realize, and they don't understand about this, it wasn't the fact that it was because it was female. It's the fact that y'all took it away from the original Ghostbusters. The storyline sucked. Now, had you say if you would have said like that was their children or something like that, that was their kids, and their kid was picking up the mantle or something like that, that would have made a better and more interesting storyline than just shoehorn a bunch of female in a movie that like people like, wait a minute, what is this? Like what they thought they was going to do was just throw a bunch of females in this movie and get the younger audience, a younger generation to gravitate toward that when because the movie ain't been out like I don't know how many years. Figure like, okay, they not going to notice that or whatever, not knowing that Ghostbusters actually had its own fan base or whatever, and they gambled and they lost. They just got.
I wouldn't necessarily say they lost. I mean, they still made almost $100 million more in money from the one with all the women in it. They actually did well in the theaters, so I wouldn't necessarily say they gambled and lost. It's just that as far as people's thought and nostalgia, they associated with the movie with the original cast, and so they went wrong there. I wouldn't have cast an all female cast, and like you said, I would have made it a little bit more relatable. Like if it's their kids, this such and such needs, or so on and so forth. I'll try to make it a little bit more relatable. But I mean, I liked all the movies. I even liked the one with the female cast. I thought it was okay. It wasn't all that. I feel like the writing could have been better. The story could have been a lot better. But as far as the actress, Leslie Jones, who's all up in arms about them recasting and pretty much rebooting like a direct was it sequel to the earlier movies. I think she just need to fall back, chill out. I mean,
Yeah,
so
I'm gonna tell you why I ain't like it. Number one, I ain't like how you had my man. What's my man name that played that Thor? Chris Wellshurst or whatever. He was a stupid dude. Like, come
I
on, he
can
was
barely
an
hear you.
idiot. He didn't make no sense to have him acting like an idiot. He was a complete idiot in the movie, and I'm like, well, wait a minute, why he got to be an idiot? Even in the original movie, the chick that was the secretary wasn't no idiot. She was
Right.
smart. Like so what are we doing here? So this is what we
Yeah.
do now. We make an all cast movie with females, and okay, we just gonna make the men stupid. Like, come on, man, that was an
Yeah.
insult. Like, no, I
I mean,
wasn't
it
feeling
was
that.
an insult, but I think it was funny because it's like when a movie be so left that it actually be funny. Like
Mhm.
the whole purpose of them beating the last ghost or whatever like that, it was by them shooting them in the nuts. Just
Right.
like that.
Like I like Miss Melissa McCartney. I think that's her name. I like her.
Okay,
I don't
Melissa
think.
McCarthy, yeah, she funny in some
Yeah, I
stuff.
thought she was
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
right, and I don't think she was
The
all right
big,
in the
the big
movie. And
girl,
I
the
I
big
also
girl.
like Leslie Jones, but the other two, whatever. That's how I felt about it. Um, but yeah, I mean, I'm happy about this. I'm a Ghostbusters fan, and I would definitely watch another movie based in that type of style, especially if it's supposed to be a direct sequel. I mean, I don't feel no certain kind of way for them changing the cast or anything like that. It just to me, it's like I'm happy about it. It's cool. I move on. Like it was so much controversy when it comes to the all woman cast, and I think it is what it is for that time. But it's time to move on and bring us another movie. It is what it is.
Yeah, and I think about like with the new Ghostbuster that they remaking. I mean, it's not. They're gonna have women and they're gonna have men in the cast, so I don't think that should be no issue. And it's gonna be set in present day, and it's gonna be a direct sequel to the Ghostbusters 3. And my whole thing is what make me so curious about want to go see this movie is I want to know how they're gonna tie the universe together, as in like from what happened back in the 1980s to say
Mhm.
um all this time to pass by, 30 years to pass by, and how they going and how they 20 something years to pass by, and how they gonna come in and
What
how they just pick up the mantle and how they
Man,
taking it out of new.
I could see them
well,
doing that easily because, like with Tron, you know how they redid Tron, and they
Oh
brought
yeah,
that back, and how
yeah,
they tied that in, and the same thing for I can't remember the other name of the movie, but yeah, sometimes they do a great job of with tying the universes together. That
I,
huge gap in
I, I
time.
don't I don't know because one of the members of the Ghostbusters is dead. Ivan,
Right?
what's his
Yeah.
name? I
yeah,
forgot
Yeah.
his name. He's not in there. He's the one that played as Egon. He
Yeah.
was really the smart guy out the bunch. I'm the only way I can think of they can do it unless they did it like they did with the video game on the 360. When they did the Ghostbusters video game on the 360, where they had like you the new guy, and they were training the new guy how to be a Ghostbuster.
Hmm.
That's the only way I can see how them doing it like that.
Hey,
Yeah.
but when they making the movie, they taking it out of New York and they bringing it to a small town, like how the Stranger Things, the Netflix series. They going to give it that vibe, and they making it like a small town, and something going on where they got in. I guess it must be like a haunted house or something going on with ghosts. That's like that's the information I had. I heard the direction that they was gonna go with it. So that's what
Mm.
made me more curious about it. Like how they gonna take it from a big city from one direction to a whole completely different direction and making it relatable to the 1980s. You know how hard that's gonna be. I know a lot of things that do make sense, and by it being the dude actual son, he was on set. Matter of fact, he was in the movie on
Mm.
Ghostbusters 2. So he gotta love
Who's
him to
son?
make this movie. So I'm thinking
What,
it's gonna be a real passion
who's
and
But you know what? You know how I see that though. Why they kind of did that is that I feel like it's a sequel to the first one, but they're also at the same time kind of making it their like its own type of thing while also connecting it. If you're kind of getting what I'm saying, I guess that'd be just like one way that they can do it. So
okay, yeah, not spending too much time on trying to explain how everything from the 80s relating to what's going on at this moment. Just kind of
exactly,
drop
yeah,
the
like
egg in it.
it's a new, it's a like now this is coming out like a lot of people that are going to see this movie is just going to basically going to be seeing this just because off the rep that Ghostbusters just have off that first the first movie and stuff. So I don't know. I feel like that can be a good thing.
Okay, that's what's up.
You know what? They should. You know what? If they do that, they should bring back Bobby Brown. Then.
Man, no.
Bring back Bobby Brown. Bobby Brown was in there. He was in there.
Yeah, I know, but I'm like, no. Three things I don't want to see: Bobby Brown. I don't want to see the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, and I don't want to see Slimer. I'm sorry, I don't.
They gotta bring back Slimer. They gotta bring back Slimer. They gotta bring back Slimer, yo.
Slimer was the mascot.
Yeah, he was. They gotta bring back Slimer, yo. That was snap.
I mean, so was the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. He was the picture on the no, that was a regular ghost.
That was a regular ghost.
Yeah. But I said I just want to see something completely different. Give me a different.
What about Rick Moranis? Bring Rick Moranis back. Man, you can have one of his kids trying to be a Ghostbuster.
I mean, yeah, that could be a possibility too. I'm curious because I used to love the Ghostbusters. I remember when I was younger, when the Ghostbusters 2 came out, I remember I used to ask my mom like, "Hey, can you give me this mug?" And it was a Circle K mug, and the only thing on the mug, it just had the little Ghostbuster symbol and him holding up the peace sign for saying 2. And I was like, man, I just love that mug. And you know what I'm saying? That just nostalgia is a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to Moose, man. You know what I'm saying? That's a hell of a drug. Because you know what I'm saying, Ghostbusters was like one of those movies that was so intriguing to me at the time. Like it was ahead of its time at its time. To me, it don't hold up as well, but it still have a little value to it. Like how Back to the Future, it still have that value where it still holds up to this day. But it, you know what I'm saying, but say it's way back in the 80s. That mean, but you know what I'm saying, but it still holds up, it's still watchable. I'd rather watch the old Ghostbusters movie any day. Yeah, but
you sure you don't want to hear Bobby Brown sing that song? You sure?
Oh my god.
Too hot to handle, too cold to hold. They call the Ghostbusters and they ain't control. You don't want to hear that song, dog? The song, dog.
The song did kind of go hard though, but no. Man, Bobby Brown, stay wherever you at.
It may sound kind of sad that I know that whole verse of the song, but I'm just saying.
I mean, hey, but they played it at the end of the movie. And you know what I'm saying? Back in the days, you know, people used to watch movies over and over before we had like these streaming services where you had thousands of movies to watch. You might have had a handful of DVDs, not DVDs, or cassette tapes at that time. Well, you know what I'm saying? You end up watching the movie, and then when you get ready to watch it again, you put it in and hit play, and it's already the end of the movie. So you hear the theme song before you got to rewind, man. The kids this generation don't realize the stress and trouble. Remember our parents used to say, I used to walk 100 miles to school and stuff like that. We get to say, man, we used to sit there and have to push the rewind button on the cassette tape and sit there and wait for it to rewind.
I remember that.
You don't remember none of that, baby.
Man, I used to do that, man. I used to do that as a kid, yo. I used to do that as a kid. I remember this one time I wanted to watch Tarzan, man. When I was a little kid.
Tarzan's not rewinding the tape.
Yeah, no, man. I used to be mad. I had to used to rewind that tape back. I'd be like, dang, man. Why couldn't it just?
See, a lot of you don't know. This dude is only 16, so how he remember?
Man,
that?
I'm 21. Stop it. I'm 21. Stop.
No way he remembers. The heartache,
man. Oh, I tell you, you're funny dude, KI. You're funny dude.
Man, look, I probably still have that VCR somewhere in one of these boxes.
You ever had a Betamax?
Now
I haven't had one of those.
Exactly. Right, I rest my case.
That sounds a little too.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave that one alone too.
Hey, I know I got some old school records in my crib. They in the other room.
They ain't yours.
Man, they don't count. That people have laws and stuff. You know, your paws and stuff. Your paw might have had those, and you talking about them yours.
The record thing is kind of hipster now.
Actually, he took some of those from his brother.
Yeah. Hey, but look, check this out. Speaking about some back in the